Saturday. Hey, everybody. Your old-fashioned old guy. Present and accounted for. Well, present. I don't know if I've been accounted for, but stuffed pork chops on the menu tonight and baked macaroni and cheese. And chocolate pound cake won the dessert vote. So we'll be having that for dessert. And of course, because it was cake, I made it yesterday so that it has time to do what cake needs to do. Like cool down. So yeah, it's going to be a pretty simple one tonight. Not too difficult. So I guess I'm just going to stand around for a couple minutes and flap my yap. This is my yap, and this is how I flap it. Okay, that was wrong.
Ronald's here.
Hi, Ronald. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday to Doug and Shar.
Eli is here. He says 4 minutes till OG to Charlie.
Yeah.
And
Eli, hello.
Carol.
Hi, Carol. Neighbor down the block. So I was just saying, stuffed pork chops for the entree tonight. Baked mac and cheese won the vote again. It seems like every time I put mac and cheese up there, it wins. So I'm going to see what happens these next few weeks, and I'm not going to put any, but I'll have an announcement coming up here later about upcoming weekends. So. But I hope everybody's had a good week. It's been a good week here. The weather is finally starting to turn a little warmer, not quite so chilly at night. In fact, last night we didn't have to turn the heat on, which was really nice. So nice to get to that time of year where I can go outside without a jacket or you know, while I'm trying to do something outside. So, yep, finally spring has arrived here. That doesn't mean we're not going to get any more cold nights. We'll probably get a few more cold ones before it really, you know, finally does the full flop. Okay, well, geez, I don't know. I guess I'm just going to start cutting up some vegetables. I decided just to go with a pretty much your standard stuffed pork chop. I tried to think of other things to do with it. You know, like maybe adding something other than the stuffing. But technically, if I were to put something else in it, like let's say some cheese and vegetables, well, in order to keep that cheese from going all over, I would have to, you know, secure that pocket, and it really isn't a stuffed pork chop at that point. So, at least that's the logic I'm using.
John's here.
John, happy Saturday.
Carol said we're supposed to have snow Monday. I seen rain, but I didn't see snow. So who knows what we'll do.
Yeah, it might snow a little higher up. It could. And I guess it could snow here. If it does, it won't last very long.
No.
The ground's too warm now.
And Eli said flirting with 100 here.
Dang.
Yeah.
Already, huh?
Joshua's here.
Hey, Joshua. Happy Saturday. How are things in the great state of Florida? We were just talking about weather. It's been nice, but it's already getting hot down at Eli's way. Well, it's always kind of warm there, so I guess it's just to the degree of how hot.
Carol says too hot, Eli.
It is pretty warm.
It is. It's early still.
Get rid of these scraps here. Okay. Do a fine dice on these veggies. Making just a regular kind of classic bread stuffing for the El Chapo. Mrs. Old Guy does not care for stuffing, dressing of any kind. So I'll go ahead and get some on hers, but she's not going to eat it. No, she just don't like it.
No.
And that's okay.
You know, I told Carol, I agree, Carol, time to switch to night shift.
Yeah. Yeah, no kidding. At least it's down to like, what, 103 at night? I know when we lived in Texas for that while that there were, I mean, we were lucky if it cooled down to like 99 by 1 or 2 in the morning. It just never did get cool. We'd pray for rain and we'd get it, and we were sorry we got it because it would just make things super muggy and it would just get hot again. It would, yeah. I didn't like that at all. Didn't like Texas. Let's get nice fine dice on these. I did talk to my brother a little earlier, and I'm going to be asking you guys. You know what it is, right? What are you having? My brother said he's having stir-fry shrimp for dinner. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
So how about you all? What are you guys having? Okay. What do you got cooking up at your house tonight, Carol? Eli? Who else is in here? Ronald? John?
Joshua.
Come on, guys.
Eli said it's so hot that they started to spray some of the streets with a reflective coating to reflect some of the heat from the asphalt.
Boy, and in the city, it's gonna, yeah. Ooh.
Ooh, yeah.
That's really going to make it hot. Let me go with a couple of cups of chicken broth.
Carol said soup weather, mom's meal.
Soup weather. For me, soup and like chili and things like that, that's what I would have on a really cold night. That's where I picture soup, chili, stews. Although I will eat them anytime, it just, you know, that's just me being an idiot, I guess.
Carol said chicken patty too.
Chicken patties? Oh, yeah. Like the Jamaican chicken patty? Is that what you're talking about? Because there are other types of chicken patties,
Yep.
I guess. Why do they call them patties? Why not, you know, Rebecca's?
Or Fred's.
Fred's? Really? Fred's or whatever. Bob's?
John made chicken enchiladas.
Chicken enchiladas. That's nice. I think that'll be our enchiladas is up next for us.
Yep, it is.
It is. All right.
It was John's request.
It was. It was, now that I think about it. Well, how about that? This got to cook for a few minutes, and I guess I'll grate some cheese. Where'd I put it? I left it in the fridge. Oh, I wonder why I did that. Grate some cheese for the mac and the cheese. Got some pepper jack cheese and a little sharp cheddar. You all right there, Mrs. Old Guy?
Yeah. She's got a dry throat today for some reason.
Maybe you want to try something to lubricate your throat, like take a couple of big gulps of cooking oil.
Oh yeah, that'd help, I'm sure. Clog my arteries more.
Oh, well, yeah. I didn't say it wouldn't cause other problems. I just said it might cure your dry throat. What do I know? It's like any other medicine, though.
Yeah.
Take it for one thing, but it causes
Yep.
15 others.
Yep.
I'd rather just stick with the one thing that's wrong. Thanks.
That was a good suggestion.
What's that?
That was a good suggestion.
Was it?
Yeah.
You really thought that me asking you to drink a couple of big swallows of cooking oil was a good suggestion? Yeah, boy, Mrs. Old Guy, you know, I just don't believe you.
Eli says he's having what he calls a stoned Italian sandwich. Bread and chicken patty, fried salami, pepper jack, marinara, parmesan, red chili flakes, and fresh pickled oregano leaves.
Oh, that sounds good. I've never had pickled oregano leaves.
Uh-uh.
Didn't know there was such a thing. I like oregano on my pizza, that's for sure.
Yep.
All right. That ought to be enough. I want them veggies to soften up a little bit. Get this last little bit of cheese put back away. Don't take a whole lot. So, I mean, it is just the two of us, right?
Yep. Carol said the mom's meal chicken patty has brown gravy on rice with carrots on the side. Really tasty.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah, it does.
I could eat that. All right.
Fresh picked is from the garden. Fresh picked oregano. I misread that.
Not fresh pickled. I was like, I've never heard of pickled oregano leaves.
Sorry about that, Eli.
What about me?
Sorry.
Okay. I mean, if I don't merit, I don't merit. That's okay.
Oh, shit. It was Eli. Eli said it, and I messed it up on him.
I'm just goofing off. I'm just goofing with you.
John said chicken enchiladas are awesome.
Yep. I'm partial to cheese enchiladas myself. There was a place in Denver we used to go to all the time. What was the name of that place? Don't tell me, see if I can remember. I don't remember. Do you?
Taco House?
Was it Taco House? I was going to say that, but I was thinking, well, that's what we got down the road, but that's Taco
That's
Hut.
Taco Hut.
So yeah, there was a few of them in the Denver area called Taco Hut, Taco House, and for the longest time they had an all-you-can-eat menu for a pretty fair price, and I'd go in there and absolutely have at it. Loved their cheese enchiladas.
Yeah, they were good.
They were really good. It was a good place to get some pretty tasty Mexican food. So
Yeah, and beef and cheese is good too.
yeah, beef and cheese is good. So yeah, enchiladas is good stuff.
Carol said, love green chili chicken enchiladas.
Green chili's good. Love green chili. I've never tried chicken enchiladas. That's just how that cookie is crumbled.
Eli says, I'm with you, Carol. Green sauce is so flavorful.
Oh, love it. All kinds of green sauces like the tomatillo sauce. That's great. On some eggs or whatever.
Yeah.
Burritos. Just as a chip dip. Yum. Yay. Come on, guy. And turn that up just a little bit more. We'll turn on the heat for the water. If I'm going to cook pasta, I suppose I'd better get the water hot. Turn that water to seawater. See? It's water. Okay. I'm pushing it. Whew. It's a warm day outside, and having the oven and standing next to the stove. Yep. It's a little warm. Of course, it might be better if I don't have a long sleeve shirt on too. So we'll see how that goes. Woo! Coming up after, let's see. The next one will be the chicken. No, just enchiladas. There was no specific kind mentioned. So, enchiladas, and then of course I'll probably do some appropriate side dish choices. And you never know. Now, the last time I did that, I can't remember what the dish was. It was the relleno, chili relleno. I made all three of the sides. I think one was beans, one was the Southwest corn, and what was the other one? Oh, the Southwestern coleslaw.
Yep.
That was really good.
Yeah, it was. I like that.
Yeah, that's good stuff. Good stuff.
Carol says, "Ooh, pretty shirt."
Oh, geez, thanks. That's my Bongi Man T-shirt. A couple of years ago, when I was asked or invited, I suppose, to partake in this amateur movie that this guy's putting together, is a 420 movie all the way, and so they wanted this old guy, and so that was me, and I'm Bongi Man. So
that wasn't the shirt. That was a different one.
Well, right. I did wear this one a couple of times, but there was another one that it was more pastel colors. Yeah, and a lot bigger, a lot baggier.
Arnold's here.
Hey, Arnold.
Howdy, family.
Howdy, howdy. Hello, Andrea. I imagine you're watching as well. And if you're not, you should be. Getting some veggies going in some chicken stock for the stuffing to stuff the pork chops. And I want to see if I can kind of get the pasta cooked and the cheese sauce made so that they can both go into the oven about the same time. Maybe put the mac and cheese in a few minutes after. It doesn't take quite as long. It's not a very big dish. So, I didn't ask you, breadcrumbs?
No. I don't want any on mine.
You're not going to put any breadcrumbs, not even a little bit, on the top of your mac and cheese, so it's a little crunchy. Okay.
Just a little bit.
Okay. Oh, that's all right.
Okay.
It's all right.
It'll be turned.
I'm not going to break your arm. You got to have it. It's all right. One thing I've been happy to see here lately is a larger presence by the sheriff's department. For the 11 years or so that we've been up here, we've seen the sheriff not very much, and out of all that time until just a couple of weeks ago, we only ever saw them pull one person over.
Yep.
And we got people that speed through town here like it's unbelievable how fast in a 25-mile-an-hour zone they'll be going 60, 70 miles an hour. So it's been nice to see an additional deputy and the other deputy up here daily, and they've been patrolling a little bit better. And there's been a couple of times, I think 3 times now, that I've seen them have somebody pulled over, one person inside town and another one, 2 of them out just outside of town, caught them as they were speeding out. So yay. There's a mine about a mile up the road from us, and the miners don't care. They come screaming through here early in the morning or in the middle of the afternoon or whatever, whenever their shift changes. They don't slow down, and I'm hoping that once a couple of them gets a couple tickets, that they'll stop doing that.
Yep.
It's, for me, it's, if I get ran over, well, I guess there's some sad people, but it's, that's about the end of it. But there's families that live down the road here.
Yep.
And kids, will run out into the street after a ball or whatever. That's all it's going to take. So, yeah, I'm happy to see the sheriff's department up here. We had a meeting with them last spring, I think.
Something like that.
Had the county commissioners come down and had a town meeting, and the sheriff and the undersheriff was there. So everybody expressed their views on the lack of the law enforcement presence. So anyway, wasn't that interesting? Boy, I guess not. All right, I won't tell you that one anymore.
Carol said 3 grandkids with friends.
3 grandkids, what?
With friends.
Yep.
Yep.
We're just right down the road here where they come speeding into town. It's.
Greg's here.
Hey, Greg, man from the future.
He says, good morning, good Colorado family. Good morning from sunny Sunday from Sydney, Australia. Man of the future.
Future man. Well, I'm glad Sunday's going to be a good day. Now I know what to look forward to tomorrow.
Yeah.
Good to see you back, Mr. Greg. We've missed you the last few weeks. I understand that you have probably been very busy, and that's okay. I never expect anybody to watch me. It's always nice when somebody does. So glad you're back.
Scott's here.
Scott?
Yeah.
Hi, Scott. Happy Saturday.
Hope you're all doing well. I just got off work, so I don't have to listen. Just listen.
Oh, cool. Well, awesome. Well, so far, I've got some carrot, celery, and onion finely diced up and in some chicken stock here to make the dressing for the stuffed pork chops. And I'm boiling some pasta right now for the mac and cheese, baked mac and cheese. So we kind of got that rolling right now. It'll take a minute,
Greg says that he's missed us guys, missed you guys too.
Oh. Well, thank you. Do I have it right here? No.
What?
It is. Breadcrumbs. Don't worry, I won't put any.
Breadcrumbs.
I'm not going to put any on yours. I don't want to ruin your dinner. This needs to cook a little harder than that.
Turn it off.
I did. Don't tell me what to do. I'll tell you what. I'll go sit there And you can come over here and fix dinner. How's that?
Nope.
No?
Not
Oh,
going
okay.
on camper.
Okay. Well then don't no computer screen driving. Sit there and be all fancy.
Scott said Teddy's birthday is on Monday and he will be 1. I can't believe I have had him for 6 months.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. First birthday, you got to make him a cake. We make Polly and Chumley birthday cakes.
Yeah.
Mostly with whole flour, like whole wheat flour, and some peanut butter and a little bit of honey. Of course, eggs don't hurt them, and neither does a little bit of baking powder, just to make it a cake. Some applesauce in place of milk or oil.
You got that right, Arnold. He says Auntie Deb is the boss. Good job, Arnold.
Yeah, they say marriage is a wonderful institution, and I've realized who the hell wants to live in an institution there all their life?
Scott asked, do you do anything for Chum and Polly's birthday? But we already said that, so.
Yep. Chumley's coming up to 5 years old.
Yep.
The 1st of June. The 1st of June.
And Polly will be here right behind you in the middle of August.
Yep. It's August 15th.
Scott says, oh yeah, I'm throwing him a party.
Oh yeah. There you go. There you go. How many of you, Scott, when you like take your dog with you places, do you ever get him like a doggy treat? Like from Dairy Queen, for instance, they got a little doggy cup of ice cream.
Yeah.
You know, do you ever do things like that? I'm just curious. So sometimes when we go to Sonic, I'll buy the dogs a burger patty.
Yep, they got doggy patties.
Yep. Or they got dog cups too, except for them, it's whipped cream.
Yep.
So, but just curious, you know. We don't do it all the time, but every once in a while, we'll get them a treat. Well, might as well. Okay. Well, let's see, what time is it? 5:30, so.
Cheryl said Abu turned 9 yesterday. Her dog?
Ah,
One of her dogs.
cool. Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday to little flea-bitten varmint.
Scott says, I have Teddy's birthday off. I plan to take him hiking and make a cake and wrap up some toys for him. Do you sing happy birthday to Chum and Polly? LOL, I do.
I do, yeah. In a weird way, yeah, I sing him happy birthday.
Debbie's here. Hello, friend. It's been a long week.
Hello, Debbie. I hope you've had a good week. It has been kind of a long one, but it hasn't been bad. You know, it hasn't been like great, but it hasn't been bad. Been keeping busy doing things. Oh, and I guess I'll just kind of get it out now, and I'll mention it again later before the end. But there will not be a live stream the next 2 Saturdays. I'm sorry. But next weekend on 420, I'm going to help out a friend at the showing of Reefer Madness down at the local theater, and he wants me to kind of do a skit with him and so forth. And so I'm not going to have time to do the stream and get there to do that. So, and then the following Saturday, Mrs. Old Guy is the following week is going to see her daughter in Illinois. She'll be gone for a week for her wedding. So I will not be having a stream that weekend. But
Yeah, so we'll be back on the 4th.
we'll be back on May 4th. That's right. And it'll be with the enchiladas.
Yep.
So, but let's look at it this way. You guys will have a longer time to vote for the dessert and side dishes. Because I'm still going to try and get that up tomorrow. And I will still draw for, the next time, just like I always do. It's just we're going to miss a couple of weeks, so sorry about that,
Scott
guys.
says, oh yeah, I always get Teddy a pup cup or a beef patty if I'm getting a burger. I have to get him something or he won't let me eat my food in peace. Carol said her dog got balloons that he hated.
Balloons that he hated.
And Eli said, OG does his best Marilyn Monroe happy birthday impression.
Oh, yes, I sure do. You won't see me do it, I can guarantee you.
Scott says, no live stream for 2 weeks. Looks like it's time to watch reruns.
Yeah, that wouldn't hurt me. Certainly wouldn't hurt the channel. Alright. Let me just I had some breadcrumbs that I had been saving. And I went to check them a little bit earlier. Woo! They did not smell like anything I wanted to eat, so I just tossed it. I've been saving it for over a year, and dried pieces of bread or bread that we didn't eat all of, so I let it dry.
Arnold says, bring back brulee.
Bring back the brulee.
Carol says, we'll miss you.
Oh, I'll miss you guys too. I do enjoy my Saturdays with you guys. I mean, if I didn't enjoy doing this, I wouldn't be here now. So, but every now and then there's just things that come up on Saturdays that,
Yep.
and I suppose I could do it on Sunday, but I prefer just to kind of keep it the same day, the same time. That way people kind of know what's going on.
Yep.
All right. I guess that's busted up enough. I don't know. It's just stuffing. Let's throw a handful of this in there. How about a couple of handfuls? Might as well just put it all in. What do you know? I had it figured about right. Yay me.
Yeah, yay.
Yeah, yay me. Don't yay me just because you want to say yay you. Not unless you really mean it.
Scott said, speaking of leftover food, I forgot some Panda Express in the trunk of my car. It was there for 2 weeks. It looked like it looked like I had just bought it. That kind of scared me.
Yeah, it would me too.
Eli says, will hot dogs pate?
Well, hot dogs pate? I don't know. I don't know that I ever really want to find out.
Yes, Carol, I'm flying. It would take like 16 hours to drive it or something. It's a long time. Long
Yep.
ways.
And yeah, I'll be staying here. I've got to keep the fort from blowing away and feed 2 doggies. That's okay. Let's get this pork chop a little bit ready.
Greg told Scott, wow, that Panda Express might have actually tasted good after 2 weeks.
Tell you, I'd like to see you make a video.
A hot trunk, ew. Scott says I wouldn't be surprised.
All right, let's stuff a chop. Since Mrs. Old Guy does not care for the stuffing part, I'm not going to actually stuff hers, but I will put a little bit on the top just to help keep it from drying out, the pork chop. To help keep the pork chop from drying out.
Carol said, told Scott that the bears would have wrecked your car.
Bears around here are some pesky things.
Yeah, they are, some of them.
They just don't care. They'll come into your yard like it's theirs. They think they own the place or something. Okay.
We did have one in our yard one night when I let Polly out, and it went running up the tree.
Yeah.
As soon as I called Polly in when I seen
I
it,
don't need that. What do I need?
it went running off.
Need this. All right, one stuffed, and one that's just going to get some stuffing on it. On it. Right on the top. All right. Call that good. Get this out of my way. Pasta should be about ready. I left my spoon over there. Check the pasta here, see how close to done. Ain't quite Al yet. About another 30 seconds or so. Hey, it makes a difference with pasta.
It does?
It does. Wow, we agreed on something. We need to write that down on the calendar.
Scott said years ago I went camping and left in and out burger leftovers in my car. When I went to my car in the morning, there were 2 huge paw prints and a nose print on my window. I got lucky.
Yeah, you did. They'll tear a car to pieces for a scrap.
Yeah. We had a bear trying to get in our garage, and he left a bunch of paw prints on our car.
Yeah, we were parked real close to the garage door so that he wouldn't be able to get it open. We were putting our trash in there because he had already got into the trash a bunch of times. And even though I made a box to put it in, he just knocked it over and scratched up my car. So I started putting the trash in the garage, and he started going into the carport and climbed up on top of our car.
Yeah.
You could see bear prints all over it. You know, he didn't scratch up the door though.
No.
He just kind of got up there. He probably just got up, sniffed around a little, like, well, I can't get in.
Carol said bad videos make me scared for any dog.
Say what?
Bad videos make me scared for any dog.
Bad videos?
Yeah.
Not exactly sure what she means by that, but gonna drain the pasta here, guys. All right. Oh, a little milk, and let's get some seasonings.
Carol said my son has cracks on his windshield.
Black pepper from Bears. That's not good. A little black pepper, some dry mustard. Oh, come on. Let's go this way. Come on. There we go. Just a little touch of garlic. Just that little touch. And same thing with a little bit of paprika.
Scott said I had a friend tell me if a bear attacks you to hit him in the nose. I looked at him like he was crazy. Afraid is your only choice.
Yeah. Uh, Fortunately, I've never had a run-in with a bear, so and I hope to keep it that way.
Yeah.
All right. Let's get some cheese melted in here. Mac and cheese, oh boy, this is the top of what a chef can do. Mac and cheese, that's like the top right there. Just telling you.
Carol said yes from bears.
That's too bad.
Yeah, it was.
Well, one bear paid the price. There was one a couple years ago that came in through our patio area, popped in a screen, came into our back patio. The dogs were going crazy. And he ended up into the neighbor's yard and then went out over to the road, and he got hit by, I believe it was probably a miner going to work, because they just go flying through town. If somebody would have been going 25, they would have seen and been able to stop, for a bear. And it was just a young'un.
Yep, it was.
Yeah, just,
A couple of years maybe.
maybe a couple of years old. Yeah.
Greg said, be back soon. My roadside assistance is arriving. Be back soon. Save some for me, please.
Okay. Well, you better hurry though, because I can't promise you anything. All right, let's get this cheese melted in.
Carol said she'll save him some.
Okay. Well, you can save some of yours if you want. That's fine. Mac and cheese. More heavy on the cheese. Hate when I go to a place and get mac and cheese and it's just pretty much a cream sauce or a white sauce. There's really no cheese flavor to it. A little more milk. I don't want this to be dry. I don't want it coming out of the oven like I just described getting. Dry, flavorless. Hey, Natalie!
Hello on her lunch break.
Hello on your lunch break. Well, thank you for coming in. I am now just loading up our baked mac and cheeses. I'll be heading into the hot box in just a second here. Try and divide this up. Oh. One more. Boink. A little bit of sauce. Okay. Put some water in it. Cheese with flour mixed in. We're talking glue. You let it dry, we're talking glue. Okay. A little bit of this breading on the top for me. It shows you how much she does not like stuffing. She won't even like a little bread on the top. All right, here we go. Into the oven. Let's set that timer for 13 minutes. When that's done, or when that beeps, I'll throw the mac and cheese in. It's too soon. Now, mac and cheese will be done and chops won't be. What now? What have we got?
Eli,
Uh-oh.
what do you get when you cross an OG with a pineapple upside down? No dessert, LOL.
No dessert.
I'll see myself out, honestly. You should give it one last try.
Oh, boy. Yeah, those pineapple upside down disasters. I can't call a pineapple upside down cake. They were just pineapple disasters.
He said that you should try it one more time. Give it at least one more try. And Arnold agrees.
Yeah.
Classic he liked.
Well, I'll have to consider that. Now, see, like when I had my 1,000th subscriber live stream, and I ate the oysters with Vienna sausage, chocolate syrup, and blue cheese dressing. Somebody had said, "Oh, you know, I think it was Arnold." This old guy was watching, and she said, "Arnold thinks you ought to have another bite." And if you saw that, you know what the result of that was. So I'm not gonna listen to your advice too many more times, there, pal.
He says, I really want to see you make one. I'm a big fan.
I will try it again. I'll try it again, and I'll put it up for vote. And I know that because it's there, it'll get voted in. Might as well just not even have. Might as well just put all three: pineapple upside down cake, pineapple upside down cake. Hey, what do you know? The first one won. Sometimes when I write a dessert or a side dish down, I just know automatically which one's going to get picked. I've only been surprised a couple of times. That's the way that goes. That's the way that goes. First your money and then your clothes. That's what my buddy John used to say. But a different John. Not you, John. A different John. A John I knew in the Army. Oh, boy, is it ever hot. Whew.
Open up the door. Arnold says we just
It's a
want
good
you
idea.
to succeed.
You want me to succeed?
Yes.
With a pineapple upside down cake.
That's what he said.
Okay. Well, I will try it.
There's nobody out there.
Ugh. Whew. Man, these dogs are ripe. It's a little distracting. Like, I'll be sitting at the computer, maybe doing something like working on a project or whatever. Sometimes this old guy and I will be just talking about something, and the next you get this this revolting smell. And it completely, that's the end of the conversation. And that's the end of what I was doing. It's bad. Got 2 of them, so.
Carol says no fan.
I've got a fan. I just haven't pulled it up from the basement. We put it down there over the winter just to help circulate any warm air that we did have. Don't want no frozen pipes. Frozen pipes are good.
Natalie said, what has 5 toes and not your foot?
What has 5 toes and not my foot?
Yep.
Oh, just tell me.
Her foot.
Natalie, I bet you, without even seeing them, I bet I can tell you where you got your shoes. What do you want to bet on that? And I'm not going to guess what you think because that's where you work. I'm not going to guess that. But I bet I can tell you where you got your shoes. So let me wait you reply to that, Mrs. O'Guy. Tell me what you think. You think I can tell you where you got your shoes? Hmm? I'm not going to stop until I hear something from Mrs. Old Guy. I know there is a little delay here, so between when I say it and when you hear it, there's probably like a 20 or 30-second delay. So it's okay. I'm patient. Hurry up. Come on, Natalie. You gotta respond. Nice we can leave the doors open.
Yeah.
It's early enough in the year we're not getting a billion flies or skeeters. I guess she's not gonna say anything. Boy. Well, see, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed. I really am. I was gonna make a fun wager and everything. It's okay. She doesn't have to play along if she doesn't want to. But I'm not going to answer the question then. I'll show you.
Arnold said, Ed says, hey, he's driving our mom around.
Oh, okay. Well, hi, Ed. And, have him say hi to your mom for me. If he feels like he wants to. Just saying. That's a shame because I really wanted to tell her. But it's okay. Some people just can't be satisfied. I know what I'll do. How about if I put a little bit of this extra cheese on the top? That work okay?
Yep.
Can I do some on mine too?
Suppose.
Suppose, huh?
Won't make your top crunchy if you cover it up with cheese.
I don't care. All right. I can put this stuff back up here. Less I have to do later, right?
Yep.
Oh, a little under 4 minutes, or a little over 4 minutes left.
Carol said, tell her what?
I said I bet Natalie that I could tell her where she got her shoes, and I can't see her shoes or anything, but I can tell her where she got her shoes.
Maybe she had to go back to work. She was on lunch.
Oh, that's right. It's okay. I can do it with somebody else. Like Eli. I bet I can tell you where you got your shoes.
Carol said, where?
I'm going to wait for Eli since I already directed. But I know where you got your shoes too, Carol. I'm just going to wait for Eli to say something. Even if that's what he says. Something. Boy, you guys, you're a tough crowd. You know that? A tough crowd.
Eli says, on my feet.
Yes. Yes. You've got them on your feet.
Wasn't about Polly. Scott says, what kind of shoes do I have?
I didn't ask you what kind you had. I could tell you where you got them. You got them on your feet unless you took them off.
Scott said, I knew the joke was going to be something like that. LOL.
Yeah, and Anybody remember the show Monk? Anybody? Anybody remember the show Monk? No? No. Anyway, that's where I heard it. He was sitting at a bar and somebody bet him $20. Bet I can tell you where you got your shoes. Sit on his feet, and he just kind of hung his head and gave him the 20.
Eli says I won some free beer with that one before.
Did you? That's cool. Winning free beer is always a cool thing.
Carol and Joshua both said yes.
Josh and Carol, what?
Both said yes.
Yes to what? You're confusing me.
Probably that they got shoes on their feet.
I wear mine on my ears.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
John asked you a question.
Here we go. What is the question?
Tom, have you ever felt like a zombie?
Have I ever felt like a zombie? Now, are you talking about the band, the Zombies? Or are you talking about the creature, a zombie? You know, there's a difference between the two, but they're both called zombies. So, you got to clarify. Just like butter.
Carol said monk. That's what she was talking
Oh, she knows, she has seen it?
about. Yes.
Okay, cool. Well, at least somebody knows it.
And so does Josh.
Wow. That's awesome. Okay, so that was 13. We'll take it up to 18. And you just sit here and wait. Do more of this. The pressure is on.
John said the creature.
The creature?
Zombie.
Okay. So, and the original question was, what does a zombie
Have you ever
felt like a zombie? Let's see. Zombies are dead, but they're living and they want to eat people's brains. No. Nope. Can't say as though I've ever felt like a zombie. At least that kind. Sorry. No. How about you, John? Have you ever felt like a zombie? You know, if you ever felt dead, dried up, want to eat people's brains? Just. I need to know these things. Hey, in case we should ever meet, I know what to do. I could take a minute and spin. I guess. Rushing me. You're gonna think, poor you. Okay. Let's reach in here and I'm going to turn my head and dig down into the pile and pull up now. And the winner is... Oh! I'm going to have to put it back. And I'm sorry, but John, this was another one from you, Sesame Chicken. I'm not going to do one person in 2 weeks in a row anymore. I don't think it's fair to the other people. So yeah, if it just, if it would have been any other one, it would have been it. So don't take it personal. I just want to make sure that people have a fair chance, and if I pull the same person 2 or 3 times in a row, then
Yep.
I know it's all chance, but still. All right.
Again? Really?
Again, chicken fingers. John, I'm sorry. Wow. You must have made quite a few requests. If I pull another one that says John, I'll do it. Okay, so this one's getting done. I don't care what it is. Put this back. John. No, just kidding. Tater tot casserole. And that's going to be one Mrs. Old Guy won't eat. She cannot eat it. So I will be, I guess, making a very, very small tater tot casserole. And then, however I make that casserole, I'll put that into a separate container for her. Because she absolutely cannot eat those.
Who requested
Eli and a tater tot casserole. So don't forget, guys, keep coming up with the suggestions. Brother Doug, did you write down?
I did, and I put it in the back.
Okay. My brother requested stir fry, something or other. Could be shrimp, could be chicken, could be beef, could be snake. I'm not going to stir fry snake.
So steak for Auntie.
Steak for Auntie. When? What are you talking about?
Maybe when you do tater tot casserole.
No. No. Nice try. That ain't gonna happen. Come on, let's see how you guys are. You're starting to gang up against me. What did I do?
Scott says, are you going to make the tater tots by hand?
No. I'm not going to make tater tots. I'll go down to the store and I'm going to buy the cheapest tater tots I can find.
Eli said sorry to me. He says you can draw again if you like.
Nope.
Nope.
It's done. What's done is done.
He just won't put any online.
That's it. It'll just make it 2 separate little dishes. Yep. Done thing. There's, I think one time, what was it that you couldn't do? I think it was scalloped potatoes and ham. And I made that for me, and I think I just put pasta in yours.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was. I don't know. But that's okay. That's okay. See, I could really do that all the time, like on side dishes. I could put like potato soup, French fries, make it to where she doesn't get a side at all, but she wouldn't care. So I don't do that. Wouldn't matter to her if she didn't get a side dish. I'm fishing for deep trouble here a little later. I'm just I don't have this broken handle from a cast iron frying pan for no reason. My head hurt real bad after she hit me with that. It's a friendly reminder that I really shouldn't piss her off too much.
What are you going to do? You're not going to have anybody to pick on while I'm gone.
That's okay. I'll just save up a bunch of good ones for the week, and then you'll just, bam, get blasted all the way from the airport.
Scott says, the cheapest bag of tater tots are still going to be Costco size.
Well, I don't know about that because I haven't been to a Costco in a really long time. Jumbo size bags of everything, but that's okay. Like whatever Kroger brand of tater tots. If I got to get Ore-Ida, I'll get Ore-Ida.
Carol said, such a great person.
Who? Me or you?
Probably Eli, sick for saying that.
Oh, Eli.
That's my guess.
That's your guess? Okay. Well, your
Carl
guess.
said live stream butt whooping.
Live stream butt whooping. Probably not. Probably not. I think that YouTube would probably have issues
Carol
with
said,
that.
don't call her.
Don't call her what?
If
I don't.
if I whoop your butt.
Oh, believe me, Carol. I wouldn't bother you with it. What am I going to do? Call up? Yes, I'm going to call up you, her friend. Debbie beat me up. Can I come stay at your house? I don't think so. No.
She says if you need something, I'm here, but not to pick on.
Same here. Same here. All right, let's do this now. So I want a couple of minutes with that convection oven going. I want to make sure that the top of those mac and cheeses get at least melty, if nothing else. Only going to do it for a few minutes, and then I'll put it back to bake on the regular oven.
Scott said random, but I spent an hour and a half brushing my dog yesterday. I should have taken a picture. The mountain of fur was as big as he was.
I know. When we had our dog Griff, he was a Chow Lab mix, and yeah, every winter and every spring and every fall, he just pulling it out by the handfuls. I didn't even have to brush him. It was just I could just pull it out by the handfuls.
Fall out, yep. And she said the great person is me.
Oh well, of course you would say that.
And then Scott asked, does Chum and Polly shed?
Oh, they shed year round. They never stop shedding. If we didn't sweep our floor like for a week,
Oh man, there would be a bunch.
there would be a ton of. It's really bad. I mean, just after a couple of days, if we don't sweep the floor, you can just see a coating of dog hair on the whole thing. It even starts to pile up. It's like, God, and we're not. It's not like we're roughhousing with them or anything like that. To where they're shedding a bunch of fur. It just, it just collects. Look up underneath the sofa. We don't got dust bunnies, we got dust doggies. Is there such a thing as dust dogs? I don't know either. I've always kind of wondered that. Okay, I'm lying. I never wondered that ever. Just gonna get that out. Sorry. See, this is what happens when I'm just left here to fend for myself. I don't have like an adult beverage to drink, to talk about. I don't have a bag of chips to open and tell you how good or bad they are. It's just little old me sitting in front of the camera. Patiently waiting on dinner. I hope it's done. We'll find out in about 5 minutes.
Greg says end back, damn starter motor on the blink. The one thing I'm still finding is Moby's DNA everywhere, even though it's almost 6 months ago. Just found some more hair of his yesterday.
Yeah. Now it's hard, man, losing a buddy like that.
It is. Scott said that your house would be great to test one of those robot vacuums. Do you think Chum and Polly would try to play with it? One of those that you turn on and
Yeah, let it goes around. Polly would just probably chew it to pieces. If it was doing its thing and we weren't here,
Yep.
She would destroy it. She would destroy
But
it.
she might try to play with it if we were here.
Yeah, maybe.
Be interested in it.
Yeah, they would definitely check it out. They would probably first be pretty scared of it. Would probably bark and growl at it. I was trying to start our lawnmower yesterday, or was it the day before? One of the two, and Polly was right up on it, growling at it. So I hadn't even started it yet. Silly dogs.
And she's a chewer. She'll chew anything.
We found that out when we left her camera in the car. This was 4 years ago, or at least
Yeah,
they were still puppies. But we were getting ready to go out and do some things for the day, so we left the puppies in the car while we went in to get our beverages and food for the day. And when we came back out, Polly had dragged Mrs. Old Guy's brand new camera to the back of the car, and I mean, she chewed the lens off. She chewed the button where you take the pictures. It was she destroyed that camera in the 5 minutes that we were in the store. It's like.
Carol said she's with you. Not always. She's not.
What are we talking about now?
Polly being with us.
Oh, yeah, she's with us quite a bit. Both Chumley and Polly when we go places.
Yep, but
Yeah.
not always.
Not always. Sometimes we're going places that, we can't take the dogs in. We're going to be quite a while, or it's just too hot to take them. And there's been lots of times in the summer where it just, they stay home. Just too hot.
Yep. Greg said, old guy, haven't seen the moo-moos today as yet. Sure they will be up and about soon enough with pork cooking.
Oh, they're actually outside right now. Polly was just barking. Yeah, they may come in and check it out. I don't know. I'm not going to count on it, but I don't need them to. Okay, I don't know why I said all that.
Scott said he still finds his lab's hair in his truck. I was finding his fur for almost a year. Sorry again, Greg. I hope you're doing better. It's never easy.
It's not.
And then he said Teddy chewed up a $250 Rode mic, which was on my stair climb. I was so frustrated. He could have chewed anything else.
Yep. It was the same thing with Polly in the car that day. There was other stuff in there she could have chewed up, but the camera just seemed tempting.
Chewed CDs. And
CDs, TV remotes. She's chewed like 2 or 3 TV remotes. The last time I went and got them, I bought 2 because it's like, well, I'm sick of having to drive 40 miles to get a TV remote. So.
Lisa and Wild Man are here.
Hey, Lisa. Hey, Wild Man. Ow. Ow. Hope you guys are doing good. I hope you've had a good week. I got to ask, since you're here, what are you guys having for your dinner tonight? We're having stuffed pork chops.
Yep, nobody has said anything except
Baked
for
mac and
John.
cheese. Really? John's the only one that said what he's having?
I think so.
No, I think Eli mentioned
Oh yeah, Eli did.
what he was having, but yeah, come on, guys. What are you having? Scott, you haven't told me what you're having. Eli, again, he mentioned something. I don't remember what it was, though. It looks good. Let me take a peek.
Carol said that she has a jacket of her daughter's from 20 years ago and it still has Dr. on it.
Does it?
Joshua had frozen pizza.
Well, what do you know? It's ready.
Grace says, "Moo."
Hi,
Got it
Polly.
too. There's Moo.
Yeah. Mini Moo. There's Big Moo and Mini Moo. Okay, so this one has no breadcrumbs. Let me do it this way so I can show these guys. Can you see that okay?
Yep.
Still see it bubbling?
Yep.
Okay. Let me just set that down there.
Yep. Thank you.
Yep.
Lisa said they had ham sandwiches and Doritos.
Ham sandwiches and Doritos. Yum. I'm fond of ham sandwiches.
Greg said Minnie Moo must have heard me talking about her.
She must have. She must have. All right. Before I give it to her, I'll show you. It just put me the pork chop on the plate. She don't like the stuffing, so guess that's gonna come off.
Greg says yum. Arnold says yum.
Let me cut this just to make sure.
Greg says still yet to have mac and cheese. Carol said bubbling.
There you go. And I suppose you're gonna probably want some salt and pepper. Salt. Pepper.
Shake it.
Since I'm too lazy to go get the shakers. So the stuff to chop. Okay, there's the stuff to chop. It's got stuff in it. Can you see that? Huh?
Down a little bit.
All right. Thank you. All right, a little salt and pepper on there. Okay, a lot of pepper. I like a lot of pepper. Thank you.
Scott says he's having leftover beef chow mein.
That sounds okay. I like beef chow mein.
Oh, and Carol did say what they were having too. Chicken patties. And
Chicken. Oh yes, yes. I remember that now. Shut that oven off.
Lisa said for Wild Man's dessert he's having raisin bran.
He's eating a bowl of cereal
Yep.
for dessert.
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that. I've had bowls of cereal for dessert. Captain Crunch. If I do something like that, I will just eat it. Take a handful. Chow down, take a swig of milk. Take another handful. I've gone through half a box of Captain Crunch in a sitting doing it that way.
Yep.
So I kind of stopped doing it.
Scott wants to know how much Chum weighs.
He has lost 5 pounds. He when I weighed him a couple months ago, he was 161, and when we weighed him about 2 weeks ago, what was it? 150. He'd lost 6 pounds.
55 or so.
So yeah, 155. He's lost 6 pounds. Polly hasn't really lost much. She did lose a little bit. So, at least the diet's kind of working. I don't know how fast or how slow doggy weight comes off. But I figure, hey, as long as it's going down.
Joshua says that's good. Scott says I love pepper. Not a fan of salt though.
Who?
Scott.
Yeah, I'm a huge pepper fan. So,
Said eating cereal caveman style. Haha.
caveman. Huh. That's funny. I didn't know cavemen had cereal. Had a bowl of Flintstones, but it tasted like Pebbles. Oh, that wasn't right. I forgot about Pebbles. I'm crazy. Hot mac and cheese, that's for sure. Ooh.
Lisa said thanks for making my chops. I thank you.
Well, thanks for the great suggestion.
Pork chop tastes like stuffing. Really? I'm just joking.
Oh boy, that was a good one. Man, you got me good. There was another time, I remember when Mrs. Old Guy got me a good one. I had been telling her when we were driving through town, this was back when we lived near Denver, that every time I see a PT Cruiser, it's got a female driving it. I mean, they are a total chick car. I've never seen a guy driving a PT Cruiser. Next morning, she's sitting at the computer reading the local paper. She goes, "Hey, look, Tom, there's a story here about a guy that was caught driving a PT Cruiser." And I'm like, "Really?" And I'd look over at the screen, and I'm like, "Ugh." And she got me, you know. But there was a guy, and there was a picture of a cop with a guy in this PT Cruiser, and it wasn't, you know, of course because he was in a cruiser, but
He wrecked it.
he wrecked it or did something, you know. And it's like, well, so I got to be careful. She'll zing me.
Scott said 5 pounds is a lot, really. I wish I had worked on my lab. He needed to lose 10 or 15 pounds.
Mm-hmm. I need to do the same.
Where are you at, Chumley? Oh, sorry. He must be under my desk.
He is. Goofy dog. Chocolate pound cake. Coming up. I never made chocolate pound cake before. Made lots of regular pound cake.
Yep.
So that was a new one for me. We'll see how well it turns out.
Scott says I used to drive a PT Cruiser, but it was for work. Work.
Yeah, well, when I was telling Mrs. Old Guy that, it was just a total chick car, blah, blah. I was just poking fun. She poked it right back.
Lisa said everything looks good.
Everything is good.
And Greg says, okay, Scott, now, now you've done it.
Now you've gone and done it. You shouldn't have already done that. Is your mac and cheese okay?
It is. It's really good. Thank you.
I didn't dry it out too much, did I? Okay.
No.
Still could have a little bit more moisture in it, but I suppose it's okay.
It's really hot.
It is. What was it we had the other night? I made myself some poached eggs.
Mm-hmm.
I burned my mouth. I've never burned my mouth eating an egg before. Boy, was it ever hot. I was surprised because the yolk wasn't, it was just perfect for a poached egg. I don't know why I did it, but oh boy.
Greg says the mac and cheese tastes like stuffing.
That's okay because the stuffing tastes like mac and cheese. So it evens itself out.
How's your chop?
It's good. It's a pork chop with stuffing. What's not to like? I expected you to say the stuffing. Could have been a better choice of bread, though, for the stuffing. Just plain white bread doesn't work that great. French loaf or something like that would have been better.
Greg says here comes the egg jokes.
The egg jokes? Exactly. Oh.
He goes, I mean egg yolks.
Well, I'll tell you what. Mrs. Old Guy, if you would, you can hand me one of those high fructose corn syrup, artificially flavored, carbonated beverages.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so.
Stanley's here. Hope all is well.
Hi, Stanley.
Today was a crazy day.
Well, I'm glad that you're here at all. So thank you for coming in. We were just chowing down on our stuffed pork chops and mac and cheese. Of course, Mrs. Old Guy is not having stuffing on hers or in hers. She doesn't care for any kind of bread, corn, whatever. No stuffing at all. Thank you.
You're welcome. Eli says my favorite Colorado story was that hothead mountain lion that got that was funny.
It was funny. For those of you that maybe didn't hear it, down in the Front Range, these, just outside of Boulder, these college students got pulled over by a sheriff's department. And it just so happened that they had been partying up in the mountains, and they saw a mountain lion that had got hit by a car, but it wasn't dead, it was just injured. So they picked it up and they put it in the back of their car, and they were going to drive it down to Boulder to a animal hospital. Anyway, the cop pulls him over, sheriff, I believe. They'd been smoking pot. Cops, questioned them about it. He goes, it smells like marijuana in your car. And they tried telling him that it was the mountain lion that he was smelling. Could have handed it.
That's okay.
To which his reply was, mountain lions don't smoke marijuana. I never knew that. Could have swore they had a wake and bake. That was funny.
Lisa says, boy, I hope your cake don't taste like stuffing.
Me too. Me too. Well, you all have been pretty easy on me through the last couple of weeks or so.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it's just been the luck of the draw. Things that haven't been overly difficult or complicated to make, and actually able to kind of take it a mellow pace, get things put together, and have a nice dinner, and not have a giant mess to clean up.
Yeah. Kind of nice.
It is.
Eli says, very astute sheriff.
Yes, he was quite astute. I think he went to the Sherlock Holmes investigation school.
Greg says, no, they prefer the other green cracknip.
Cracknip.
Steve, sir.
I'm sorry?
Steve?
Hi, Steve. Good evening. Happy Saturday. We're just chowing down on some stuffed pork chop, a little mac and cheese. I'll be digging out some dessert here and shortly. Finish up this.
Arnold says, just taking your age into consideration.
Taking my age into consideration. Arnold, have you ever seen any Gilstrap TV, YouTube channel? Any of you, by that matter? Eli? Do you know who I'm talking about? Probably not. So it's there. There's this guy that goes around to different public places. He's got these fart sound makers. He'll walk by, a group of people, girls or whatever, and really let one rip with his fake maker there, and then have a comment for it, or what? One of my favorite ones. Okay, now it's kind of gross, but it's funny too. There's been a few of them where he's been walking with a little twig or stick in his hand. And he's done a little Harry Potter magic spell. Windodium fartosa. And, let's one rip. Funny to watch. And I thought, well, I might try that. Grandpa lets one loose,
Eli said no. Arnold said no, sir. And Ray said, LOL, no.
No? Well, just look for one word, Gillstrap TV. Pretty funny stuff, actually. If you find that kind of stuff humorous. I think he's pretty funny myself. He'd let one rip and go, I buttered my biscuits.
Eli said that would be hilarious. OG Unleashed.
The only thing I need is to figure out a way to record the sound on my end. I can use the camera I got. Well, that and I need one of their little fart gizmos.
Arnold said those are calling barking spiders.
Yeah, I've heard it called that. But I'm thinking Grandpa could have some pretty fun little things to say, like this guy. He'll spin around real fast and say "turdy tornado," and let one rip. Or I've seen him kind of laying on the ground. He'd lift one leg up way, way high, and he'd say, "Hey, ladies, welcome to the barbecue." Sometimes he'll let it rip and ow, ow, ow.
Or when he does it on his escalator, he'll sit down on it.
Yeah, on an escalator with people. It is funny. It is funny. And like I said, it was probably not for everyone, but I get a laugh out of it. Of course, what you're laughing at, not only what he does, but the people's reaction. That's what makes it fun to watch.
Lisa and Wild Man leaves them at home watching TV. Not sure what she's talking about. And Eli says, I'm pretty sure there's a fart app out there.
Nope, these are much. I wouldn't trust a fart app on a phone. Not for a million years. Now they got this. I've looked online. Look on Amazon. You'll find fart maker or fart sound maker. Just a rubber thing that you put your finger over the hole. Give it a squeeze. There's different kinds. Oh, I'm getting full.
Yeah, me too.
Got to save some room for my cake. The recipe that I had for my pound cake made enough batter to make a full-size loaf pan plus 2 small loaf pans. And those are the ones I'm probably going to dig into. My big one, when I went to check it, it had been in for a full hour. They say stab it with a, toothpick or whatever. So as soon as I did, the whole top just. So it didn't turn out as pretty. Not that pound cake looks particularly pretty. You good with that? Keep your fork. Huh?
Pretty much ate it all.
Yeah, you did. Nice job.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm gonna sneak one more bite of the mac and cheese.
Steve says, did you pull a slip for dinner?
Huh?
Did you pull a slip for dinner?
Did I pull a slip for dinner?
Yes.
I pulled a slip for this dinner.
And the next two dinners.
And the next two dinners, yes. Well, yeah, I didn't pull, only pulled one tonight.
Yeah.
Well, we did do that already. And it's, what was it? Oh, tater tot casserole.
Yep.
So, Lisa and Wild Man, I did mention a little bit earlier before you came in.
And Steve was
And Steve, yep. The next 2 Saturdays, I will not have my live stream. I got things going on. Well, next Saturday I do. And then the following Saturday, Mrs. Old Guy will be in Illinois. And so I will not have my usual co-pilot. And so I'm probably not going to do a stream then. But we will be back on May 4th.
Yep.
So, and we're going to pick up where we left off, which is going to be John's enchiladas.
Yep.
And then after that will be Eli's tater tot.
Yep.
Okay. Now, where did I put that cake? Is it in the fridge? This fridge?
It is.
Where's the other ones?
They're in there too, just on a different shelf, like maybe the top one. Or
Yes. Okay. I'm going to show them what I mean. It feels more like a brick than it does a cake. This whole top, you see, just caved in. Here, let me get my, I can see it. Get the light, it'll be better. Go ahead and turn off on me, see? You turn it on and it goes off every single time. Ooh. But my little ones didn't do that. It might have worked better if I put it in a bunt pan, but it is what it is. So we'll cut a couple slices.
Scott says, I can't believe you're taking 2 weeks off. What are we paying you for? Just kidding. Hope you enjoy your break.
Well, thank you. Yeah, it's definitely that I don't want to stream, but just other things have came up, so. All right.
Steve said, I'll be asking you to lower my casket so that you can let me down one last time.
Oh. Oh. Dude. What are you saying? You mind if I put dessert on a little paper plate?
That's fine.
Thanks. Don't worry, these are specially made biodegradable things. So they like disappear in a couple days or some crap. It's like slime. Holy crap! Can you hear that? I think it might be a little dry.
Lisa says, hey, the cake has gas. I love it.
Let's see if I can go in a little more, if that makes any difference. A little bit. So it seems a little dry on the ends. A little dry. I think this is one of those ones that are going to be marked up to, I need to maybe try that again sometime.
Is the big one the same?
I'm afraid to cut into it. I guess I can. It's not going to be any worse than what I've got.
Eli says planning on watching Poultrygeist tonight. Any advice?
Make sure your stomach is settled. And make sure your stomach's settled. And be comfortable. Be comfortable.
You're ready for a weird movie.
You're going to see some things that you probably never thought you would see in a movie. So, yeah, just be ready for stuff you're not going to believe you're seeing. And it is a satire of Poltergeist, yes.
Carol said, throw it over the fence.
I don't want to bring any harm to them. Kill the poor critters. That's actually not too bad. Oh boy. I may we need to do this one again. I don't know. It doesn't sound like it should. That's for sure. It sounds more like a hard-baked brownie than a cake.
Let you try it first.
Okay. I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Okay, I'll try to bite of this big one.
Greg says that pound cake is considered a deadly weapon in 50 states.
I could see why.
It's good.
It's okay. Center part where it's still soft. It's got a nice flavor, but I probably won't make it again. I'd rather just have regular pound cake. This is okay, but it's a little bit like eating, I guess it's like eating a brownie. It's not real bad. Like a chewy brownie. Just doesn't, I don't know, to me it doesn't have that pound cake feel to it.
Yeah.
It's just more like a soft, chewy brownie.
It's good though.
Yeah, it's okay if you like brownies. I'm not a big fan of brownies. Not always, anyway. It's okay.
Scott said, do you put anything on pound cake?
It's good. I could put some whipped cream on it.
A lot of times people have put fruit on it.
Yeah, like I've seen pound cake used for strawberry and whipped cream instead of using angel food cake or shortcake.
Arnold said baking genie has run past my uncle.
Baking.
My uncle OG.
When are you going to come up and see me, nephew? You've been only saying that you're going to come up and visit for like 5 years now. Well,
Rick said save it for the unwanted guest along with the unwanted guest chair in the teacup.
I don't have to worry about entertaining unwanted guests. Shumley usually shows them to the door. Or won't even let them in the door.
Steve said a fortune cookie milkshake as a dessert suggestion.
A fortune cookie milkshake? You mean like crumbled up fortune cookies? And just put into a blender with some ice cream? Ick.
And Arnold says, I see you every Saturday.
Well, I know, but I don't see you. This is where the issue is. What, you're about 59 now anyway, ain't you? One slightly younger guy, older guy to a slightly less older guy. Come up and visit your uncle. Don't make me go down there and get you.
Fred says fortune cookie fried ice cream.
Fried ice cream.
Fortune cookie coating? Yes.
Fortune cookie. Well, we'll put it down. Well, it'll get into the dessert lineup. I've got some ones that haven't been put on yet, so we'll see which one happens. And a couple of these crazy ones, like, is there dessert lasagna? Is that what I saw in there? I think John suggested a dessert lasagna.
I thought you did that, but maybe not.
No. I have not done it. Put it up for vote yet because it'll probably win. And I have no idea how to make a dessert lasagna. No clue. I'm not even sure that's possible.
Arnold said 56.
Okay. So, there you are. What are you going to wait till you're 66 to come up? Is that what it is? Cake's okay. I've definitely made better. And I've definitely made worse. I wasn't able to eat that pineapple upside down cake. This I can eat mostly. It was okay. Like I said, I've definitely made better cakes. But it's not the worst I've done. I really do think that the worst one yet was the last attempt at the upside down cake when that bottom was just completely raw. It was not a good feeling. It was not a good feeling.
Greg said, LOL, wasn't that Eli? So I'm not sure what you just said. But
I don't know.
Eli says, Greg, no, LOL. And so Eli requested a dessert.
Okay.
An ice cream cookie sandwich with chocolate chips rolled on the edges.
Okay. Now see, that's a reasonable dessert request. I'll put that down for sure. We used to make ice cream sandwiches, cookies at my restaurant.
Yeah.
Small and large. Chocolate chip cookie.
Greg says, let's not mention the pineapple down under cake war.
Well, we've been talking about it today, and it's it's just one of those things. You got to own up to it. If you do something that's screwed up, the best thing to do is just face up to it and go from there. And I totally live up to the fact that I failed 3 times to make a pineapple upside down cake. But I'm not going to give up. I wanted to, but you guys talked me into it. Well, we're just about coming up to the end of things here. So, this is a great time for those last minute suggestions or comments, questions, because we're going to roll up on out of here pretty quick and we're going to be gone for a couple weeks. So, if you got something on your mind, now's the time. Right now. Don't make me go over there.
Rick says, you can do it, Tom.
I know I can do it. I've done it and I'm going to do it again.
Steve said, you shall be missed.
Thank you. And I will miss doing it. I'm not going to say I won't. I do look forward to doing this on Saturdays, but it is nice once in a while to do something else. So, actually get out on a weekend, on a Saturday. And depending on, when Halloween is this year, I haven't looked. But, I may not have one then either. Not if I have anything to say about it. I'm hoping to do the Rocky Horror Picture Show again this year.
Yep.
I had so much fun last year. I can't wait for it to come around again. I've never had so much fun at a movie. Talk about audience participation.
Yep.
That's great.
That was fun.
Yep, lots of fun. Half the audience getting up and dancing with the
Time Warp.
with Time Warp. Yep.
That was fun.
It was great fun.
You just can't wait to be back in your fishnet stuff.
Okay. I did feel sexy.
Bye, family. Much love.
Who said that? Arnold? Arnold, thank you. Good night, Andrea. Keep him in line, will you?
Yeah, please.
Actually,
No.
Arnold, don't listen to her. Do whatever you want. It's your life, pal. Live it.
Scott said, hope you have a good few weeks. Can't wait to see you in a few weeks.
Thank you, Scott. I hope you have a good, 2-3 weeks. I hope things go well for you. I hope you have a good doggy celebration.
Yeah.
I think it was between now and then. So take some pictures. I know I won't see them, but take some pictures.
Carol said, love you all. And she says, oh shit, we're skipping summer?
What?
She says, we're skipping summer?
No, we're not skipping summer.
Eli said, have a good couple weeks.
Thank you.
Steve said, if the world comes to an end in 3 weeks, I just wanted to thank you for all the streams of shows and overall doneness of things and whatnot.
And whatnot. That's all right. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I really do appreciate every one of you hanging out. Those of you at home, those of you that are on your computer device, I really appreciate you hanging out with this goofy old guy when you could probably be doing something a lot more productive than watching me do this, whatever it is I'm doing.
Greg says, back on the Frog and Toad with the wheelchair, LOL, and high heels.
It was fun.
Scott said, when I was in college, every Halloween, my friends and I would go to Rocky Horror Picture Show.
It's a lot of fun. All right. I guess that's it. I'm gonna get up on out of here. It is 6:59. It is that magic hour. So, as always, get out there, help out a neighbor, give back in your community somehow, some way. And I'll see you guys in about 3 weeks. Bye bye.